Hi guys, we're looking to do here a color comparison between various pinks that we have. A lot of times it's hard to tell which you're using when you see it from a picture because you know, monitors are different, cameras get enhanced different. So I just wanted to do a swatch of various pinks that we have here. Let me grab a white first, just as the basis. My Chameleon White. Oops, my Chameleon White has some blue in it. That's okay. Chameleon White, if you haven't tried it yet, is my very favorite white. It goes on so nicely. Wolf White is great, but I like Chameleon White even better. All right, let's put that down and get that out of the way. All right, let's just do a swatch of just white so we have something to compare it to. Look at that. Beautiful. All right, let's get rid of that brush. I'll use a different brush for each swatch just so that we can tell the difference. Now, we'll start with these neons that we have here. This one is, some of these are old because I just haven't used them. This is a Wolf FX. Oops, I put some water in there. This is this is color N32. Now, some of these older Wolf ones, I'm not sure if they still make the same colors. I haven't checked. But we'll start with these. Okay, so we'll do a nice swatch of that. Oops, should only go down at once so that I don't cover up that white. Okay, and then we'll grab my brush. I'll do the next color. The next one is, that looks almost the same. This is Tag Neon Pink. You see that? Yeah, you can. Well, look, to me, it looks identical. Or just barely not. Looks like the Wolf may have covered slightly better, but probably not enough to tell. All right, put that one on the side. The next one I'll pull up. This one is Tag Neon Magenta. Even I have to look at the colors. I can't always tell what they are. Now I have pre-sprayed these because I like to use my cakes where the paint gets creamy. Some people just use a spritz of spray. I like to use water. I like a good amount of water in mine because then they get nice and creamy and you get a beautiful opaque coverage. Okay, so here's the Tag Neon Magenta. Look how pretty that is. It really is. And these really glow really well under black light. Maybe I'll do that next when we're done. I'll pull the black light out and we'll light this up so you can see what it looks like. Okay, and the next one that's similar to that is, this is another old Wolf one. This is N28. I need new eyeballs. So I'm going to load that up a little bit in here. These neons are so pretty. God, just love them. Okay, so we're going to put that, like I put too much water on that Tag one. Sorry. All right. Very similar to that. I would not be able to pick them out which one's which if they were side by side without knowing that this one is Wolf and this one is Tag. They're so similar. Okay, and then let's see what looks like it might be next. None of them. Okay, so we'll go to a darker one here. This is just the Tag Pearl Rose. It's a pretty color. It's dark. It's pretty. This goes good with, I do this on for a lot of things. It's covers beautiful. It's one of the pearls that does cover really well. You know, some of them are kind of wishy-washy. Let me clean this up. I'm making a mess. Oh well. All right, grab another brush here and let's see what's close to that. So we'll do this one next here. This one I actually don't use anymore. I've had some, this is a, what is this? Aquacolor, Kryolan Aquacolor R22. While it's a pretty color, I've used it on a few kids. A couple times when I used it, the kids complained and they wanted it off right away. So I'm not sure what that is, if it just heated up a lot on their skin. Sometimes with wax it can do that. But because of that reason, I don't use this on kids' faces, so I just don't even bring it with me. But it's probably good for like arms and legs. Okay, nice solid coverage. All right, the next one that looks kind of like that might be, yeah, that looks almost the same. Here's a Snazaroo. This is Sparkle Pink. Now, Snaz is not normally as pigmented as the other brands are, but you know, if you load it well enough, you can usually get some decent, you know, coloring out of it. So don't poo-poo it. See, it is pretty. Oh, that's really similar to that. I should use that more often. Okay, so put that out of the way. We'll get this one out of the way. And while we've got it, we'll pull the other Snaz out. This is Snaz Bright Pink. Oh, and if you haven't heard yet, Snazzer is coming out with a brand new line of paints. They're vegan. They'll be called Ruby Red, and we'll have them in stock at some point. See, that's really similar to the ones next to it, just a little bit lighter. All right, next brush. All right, the next one, how about, this one looks kind of close. This is Tag Rose, not Pearl Rose, but regular rose. This is a pretty color. This is one of their newer colors. I like it. I'm running on an arm. Oops. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? I love that color. It's so pretty. Now, I sure hope that this is going to come out on the video camera the same way it looks like here in real life. I'll take a picture afterwards, and I'll make sure the colors look right. And I'll post a picture of it at the end. All right, next color. We'll grab this one. This is Chameleon. This is Chameleon Marshmallow. Looks a lot like Tag Rose, but a little more, this may have a little more blue in it. This has a little more orangey tone to it. But it's a pretty color nonetheless. Look at that. Oh, these colors are so pretty. Let's pull the sleeve up. All right, we've got 4 more. All right, here's a lighter one. This is Chameleon. It's cotton candy. On the container, it'll say light pink. If you get this one, it really is cotton candy. They've changed the names a couple times, so don't let that fool you. Sometimes they change the names because they're trying to, you know, make it better, make everyone know exactly what it is with the ordering. But this is truly a cotton candy color. This is my probably most used pink that I have for kids because it goes on so pretty. It's nice and light. It doesn't have any orange undertones to it. Speaking of orange, this is a Tag regular light pink. To me, this has a lot of orange in it. I'll put that one next. And you can't go wrong with pink. Girls like pink. They don't care which shade of pink you use. They just like pink. Okay, it's a little bit light. I'm going to need to cover that again. Put some more paint on there. So it needs a little more to cover than some of the other ones do. Oh, there we go. Oh, good. Now I've got one more. Okay. This is Fab. This is Superstar paints from the Netherlands. I hear they don't use the smelly stuff in it anymore, but I don't use it because the smell in here is way too overpowering for me. So I don't use it. But I hear they've got some now that don't have the scent in it. So and Heather from Silly Farm was nice enough to give me a couple samples. So color's pretty. I like paints that don't smell like anything. Oh, ignore that. That was what I just did here when I leaned my arm in. All right, so we're gonna put this one right here in the middle. See, pretty color, kind of similar to cotton candy. All right, and here are my arm swatches. Let me see if I can get this in for you better. All right, I'll take a picture of it and we'll post it next so you can see them all. Thanks, guys. Talk to you soon.